It's time for Wisconsin race fans to gather round. Welcome to the Racing Roundup Show, and thanks for joining us for our 42nd consecutive season. We are your destination for news and interviews, the Wisconsin racing scene, the Upper Midwest, NASCAR, and more. With the support of our great sponsors, the Racing Roundup Show is America's longest-running weekly motorsport show held in front of a live audience. And tune in every Saturday morning at 11:30 to CW18 Milwaukee to catch Milwaukee's only motorsports show. You still have time to join the racing crowd for tonight's show. And now, here is the host of the Racing Roundup Show, Tim Trado.
Hey gang, welcome to our 42nd season of the Racing Roundup Show. Glad to have you with us. We got a brand new sign here from Bob Trado Signwriter. We have a brand new season to bring you. And you thought I'd talk fast before. I can't tell how excited I am to talk fast with you every Tuesday. Also, our TV show, as Dean Strom mentioned, every Saturday at 11:30, we have a TV show called The Racing Roundup Show airing on CW18 Milwaukee. We encourage you to watch that. It's parts of our Tuesday shows to an audience on television, so we're Milwaukee's only TV motorsport show as well. So great to have support from some great sponsors, and we'll hear from several of those during the show. We encourage you to support those sponsors that have been around our show for almost all of those 42 years, going back to the 1980s. It's been a lot of fun. It's been quite a ride, and it's also our first show of the season, so I always think back to our show originators, Terry Jeffords, Daryl Dobbs, and Dennis Zorneska. They're all passed on now, but they made this show happen. We do their show on their memory. It's the first of a week of April usually when we do the show, which also brings us back to end of March 1999 when we lost Al Schill Jr. It also brought us back to April 1st, 1993, 33 years ago when we lost Alan Kowicki, a great friend of Terry Jeffords and a friend of our show. So as we think about those guys, those elements, those times, we all lived through it, and we continue to celebrate, and we race on in their memory. All the great things we get to do here, talking about short track racing in Wisconsin, the Upper Midwest, and across the world of motorsports. So thanks again for joining us on the program. It's going to be a lot of fun sharing every Tuesday with you. Make sure you like and follow our show on Facebook as well. And make sure you tell your friends about our program. You can watch anytime on demand on our YouTube channel. Just go to our website, racingroundupshow.com, click on that. Or you can go to our YouTube channel, just search YouTube, on YouTube, just search Racing Roundup. We pop up right there. You can watch several of our shows from years gone by, including this program when it's ending. So if you missed part of tonight's show, by all means, watch it as you wish on demand through our Facebook Live posting or through our website, racingroundupshow.com. Tonight on our program, along with Bill Hollins and the Group, sponsored by Johnson & Sons Paving, covering last year's Alive for 5 series finale. That leads us right into next weekend, right? The Icebreaker's coming. We got things to talk about. We're racing next weekend here in Wisconsin at the Dells Raceway Park. The Midwest Truck Series is in action this coming Saturday, along with the 602 Outlaws and the first race in the Alive for 5 Super Late Series at Dells Raceway Park. We have with us from the Midwest Truck Series, John Wood, and Blake Brown brought his brand spanking new looking. I don't know if it's new to him, but man, it sure is nice and shiny everywhere else. Could be a brand new truck off the trailer. We'll find out more with Blake Brown, who's racing full-time this year in the Midwest Truck Series. So the Illinois short tracker is going trucking this year, starting this Saturday at Dells Raceway Park. We're also welcoming a couple of our traditional first show guests of the season. Road America's John Everett's here with us as well. We got some show schedules right here. We also can tell you RoadAmerica.com has a lot of options. But I'm telling you, this is going to be a lot of fun talking to John about all the great things that continue to evolve at America's National Park of Speed, a gem we have here, one of the nation's, one of the world's finest road courses, and the racing there is top-notch, world-class. Looking forward to talking to John here on the show as well. We also want to tell you that we got another first traditional guest, the Dolan family, TJ and Ted Dolan. We're going to be on the program. Teddy, we hope you're feeling better. TJ's here. They got a big race coming up again. The Wabam Dirt Kings Tour is racing. Last year was the Ted Dolan Classic. This year they're racing again with a big race. So TJ is going to talk about how complete heat treating and their family are continuing on the traditions for decades now in the world of short track racing around this area. We're excited to bring back another season of this program. We can't do it without our sponsors. And when you hear these sponsors and their messages, please make certain you support their sponsorship. We are live at Polly's Pub and Eatery, one of our longest sponsors. We've been here now since, I don't know, let's see, we had a wing panel. Now, we hung here at Polly's. We're going to hang another one in here. It's got the number 42 on it now. The first year we did our show here live at Polly's Pub and Eatery, the wing panel celebrated the 22nd season. So this is our 21st or 20th year here at Polly's. So thanks to Polly and the entire staff here at Polly's Pub and Eatery across the Milwaukee Mile on 81st and Greenfield. We hang out here most Tuesdays, and we're going on the road again with our road shows thanks to Johnson Sons Paving and Elk Creek Automotive and other great people that we're going to have some fun with this season as well. So lots to discuss, lots to discover. And we're going to also tell you we had a great prize packages to give away after the show tonight to our guests here at Polly's. thanks to the Midwest Truck Series. You got some hats and T-shirts to give away, some can koozies. Blake Brown's brought some racing merch. We also have some complete heat treating hoodies as well. We got some race tickets to give away, I think. We also have some LD's Barbecue gift cards to give out tonight. So if you want to come on down and join the racing crowd, that's another incentive to join us here on our first Tuesday show of 2026, our 42nd season. We'll be right back after these messages.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, racingroundupshow.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
The wait is over. This Saturday afternoon, the 12th annual Icebreaker 100 presented by Wagner Automotive thunders back to Dell's Raceway Park. See the Midwest Best Super Late Model drivers go door to door in the first massive event of the 2026 season, plus the Midwest Truck Series and NASCAR Regional 602 Late Models. Gates open at 11, qualifying 12:30. Green flag drops at 2. Get your tickets online now at DellsRacewayPark.com and save. Dell's Raceway Park, Wisconsin's best racing entertainment.
For your next Purge or project, go with the pros. Source Services. Champion driver and Wisconsin Short Track Hall of Famer Dan Source founded Source Services in 1988 with one truck, one employee, and a tireless work ethic. Through the dedicated work of Dan and his employees, Source Services LLC is southeastern Wisconsin's leading waste container rental company. Dropped and picked up by professionals, you can rent a dumpster for up to 60 days. Source Services sorts and recycles to reduce the amount of waste going into landfills. Go with the pros at sourceservices.com.
Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable. Life is full of questions. Is the presentation ready for work tomorrow? Why is there so much traffic at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday? Are your in-laws visiting this weekend or next? You've got plenty of things to worry about. Whether your car will start shouldn't be one of them. With an outrageously dependable battery under your hood, you can cross one of those questions off your list, which gives you time to answer more things like,
Are we there yet?
Interstate Batteries, delivering the most trustworthy source of power to the world since 1952.
Organize like the pros with Hefner Racing Products. Take your trailer to the next level. Upgrade your garage, streamline your shop. Whether you're tearing up the track or tackling home projects, Hefner Racing Products has you covered with the best made and widest variety of organizational accessories made right here in Wisconsin. Shop online now at hrpracing.com.
Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show, America's longest-running weekly motorsports program held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd. Now let's get back to our host, the PA voice of the Daytona 500. You've seen him on Flow Racing's coverage of the Snowball Derby and Slinger Nationals, and on Track TV's coverage of the ASA Stars National Tour. Once again, here is Jim Trado.
Welcome back, everybody, to a great show. Thanks for being here. It's our first official Tuesday show of 2026. I want to say thanks. We got some people rolling in now. It's great to see a bunch of racers hanging out with us, and it feels like home. As our Faye Hendricks said, welcome back to our Tuesday family. So I want to welcome you into our program. If you're looking to sell or buy a home or commercial property that you have, or you know of someone who's looking for a great realtor to do that with, choose Rapina Realty. You can list and buy with confidence. Hire a realtor that has the knowledge and expertise to get your deal done. Sell your house or find your dream home. Not all realtors are the same. Knowledge is power. Hire knowledge. Choose Rapina Realty. They're online at rapinarealty.com. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. Lots going on in the world of motorsports, and the world converges on Road America in Elkhart Lake every year. Every series wants to be there. We have another world-class schedule in 2026. You can find it at roadamerica.com, but more importantly here on the Racing Roundup Show, we love the involvement of having racers on, and once in a while we even get a chance to John Everett to stop everything he's doing, which takes a lot to get him to stop, to have you here in person. John, welcome back again for another great season, and thanks for your support.
Hey-o,
welcome
we're
to the
back
show.
in it, man.
The first show of the season. I love this stuff, man. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for having me.
It's exciting. Your season never stops.
Never stops.
But in reality, we've got some really, really cool races to talk about. We've got a chance for folks that have a season pass to even get more involved in some of the race weekends that may not be official spectator events, but you want to see the Ferrari Challenge? You buy a season pass, you get access to that kind of stuff. This is really cool.
All kinds of cool stuff, and that's the whole thing. Get your season pass. There's still quite a few days, weeks, months to actually still get your season pass. And it's over 50 days of on-track action plus a whole lot of great extras. Really, really affordable when you boil it down to it. If you're going to be coming more than just a few times, it kind of pays for itself. So that's certainly something to look at. And we're just about 37 days from kind of our first big event. So, yeah, hopefully we'll see some things warming up and get everything going.
First of 3 huge vintage weekends at Road America. There's a few other destinations for vintage racing, but Road America certainly has put themselves on the map. People come from around the world to race and present at Road America. May 15, 16, 17 is the first one. The Spring Vintage Weekend. What will fans see for the first time that are coming that may still be in construction or been completed since the last time they visited last fall?
Yeah, I mean, we're super excited. So something to think about is we're always trying to make improvements to the track, always trying to make improvements to the facility. We certainly listen to the fans. So if you're familiar with Turn 12, Canada Corner, we have a new permanent restroom facility over there. So you're always close to clean restrooms and also great concessions. That's new, and that's great. We've expanded pit lane much, much further because there's going to be a massive car count for the IMSA 6-hour event coming up in August. The Motul Sports Car Endurance Grand Prix featuring IMSA is going to be huge, and it's going to go for 6 hours. So we had to expand pit lane, had to kind of reformat the false grid of what people are looking at. Lots of great improvements with some of the walls that we've done around the track, added some grasscrete, which probably fans won't see, but they might recognize, which helps competitors when it comes to runoff areas and not disturbing, not kicking up too much dirt, still able to keep some on-track action going on. And just lots of really interesting upgrades. Certainly if you're interested to really have a custom VIP experience, we're expanding some suites and adding a lot of improvements with our finish line tower area. And you can't beat the concessions.
Nope.
All around the track. I'm actually drooling over some of these guys eating tacos out here in front of us because we got a lot of the same stuff that's going to be there at Road America, plus some new stuff, which is certainly exciting. So get your golf carts, get your camping, get your VIP access soon, and definitely get ready to kind of cruise around the track and sample all the concessions, sample all the adult beverages, hang out with your family and friends in your favorite turns. Bring your sunscreen, bring your camping chairs, bring your easy ups. And go to roadamerica.com, get your tickets early, and start planning for great weekend and great action.
So when it comes to camping, that has become a destination event. I say it's an event to camp there, much less there's a race going on.
Yeah.
How early do you encourage people to say, I don't know, find an IndyCar spot you want? Is it getting close to you got to pick your spot now kind of thing?
Yeah, you really got to pick your spot now. I mean, the excitement is just palpable. Everything is going very, very strong right now, so I can't stress that enough. And being perfectly honest is start thinking about that with your family and friends right now, because lock that in, and then you're set for some of your favorite races, whether it's the Expel IndyCar Grand Prix presented by AMR, whether it's Motul Sports Car Grand Prix, or any of these big events that we have, even our vintage events, even Moto America. Definitely start thinking about that right now, because then you can get some of the prime locations or a location that you want. You can kind of sit back, ease back, and say, hey, we got this all set, and we're ready to go, we're ready to have a good time. Good weather, bad weather, whatever. It's still always a good time at Road America because we run race or shine, rain or shine, yeah. So, I mean, it's, just be prepared for that. Check out the weather, check out our live cams on the website, and fingers crossed, man, for some good racing all summer long.
Boy, it's been a lot of change, I'd say, for the better, a lot of improvements. You just listed off a whole health of them. But more importantly, that just improves the racing for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting a chance to stand above the kink. I spent a lot of time last year at the IndyCar weekend in Turn 12. I wanted to see what was going on there, and I got to sit on the nice. It felt very intimate. I'm right there where they're at their lowest speed, but man, they're flying to me and they're leaving quick. And now I got restrooms right there. I mean, it's ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really nice to see trails that are being expanded. Beautiful viewing areas such as the bluffs overlooking Turn 11, such as the trails going along the kink.
Outside the carousel, get around there, walk over there.
The Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Beach now over there, to where you can sit in the sand.
I did that too last IMSA weekend.
Exactly. Yeah. Watch people play volleyball, eat some fresh tacos, and watch some world-class racing. It's sort of unheard of. You really don't see that there. I think the only thing we don't have is a pool, and I don't know if we really want to go in that direction, but who knows? Some people get some pretty adventurous with truck beds and jacuzzis in some of the campsites, so you never know.
They do. And when it comes to camping, You can actually make a week of it, could you not? It doesn't have to be
totally
every
make
weekend.
a week of it.
Yeah.
And that's the greatest thing, too, is that you're also not obligated to, once the racing is done at the end of the day on Sunday, all of our campers can stay until noon the next day. So you don't have to worry about packing everything up, sitting in traffic trying to get home, racing to get home. Hang out, relax, talk about the great day you guys had, talk about the great racing that you saw, and then worry about packing everything up the next day. So that's our campers get to see that too. Plus kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. So it's super affordable for families, even if you just want to come for the day, to really get your tickets early and drive through the gates. We can scan them right there. So print them at home and just cruise on through the gates.
And two of the largest road racing amateur events each year happens at Road America, where it should. June Sprints has been one of the 3 crown jewels when it comes to SCCA National Championship Racing. If you win that and 2 other races over the course of a season and the runoffs, you win the crown jewel, the Triple Crown. The Triple Crown again, the 3rd crown is back at Road America, where I say it should be, October 1 through 4.
Yep.
The SCCA National Championship runoffs, everybody who qualifies across the region or across the country will likely come and play here in June for June Sprints to then race for a runoffs championship.
Yeah, we love both events because the June Sprints is true door-to-door racing in so many different categories. We're talking from production categories to different types of prototype categories, but then also they come back for the runoffs, and this is where it's like winner takes all. And it's great because you see the colors turning on the trees. You got tremendous amounts of car counts that are going to be there, and really, it's really awesome rating. If you talk about the Miata class, if you talk about some of the sedan classes and the B-spec classes, these guys are beating and banging, and it's really some good racing to see. So it's fun to see them sort of cut their teeth in June, get an idea of the track, and then come back for the runoffs and really winner take all if they can get that Triple Crown, or even if they can get a runoffs win. So it's super exciting. We're so proud of the Chicago region and what they've done, WeatherTech and what they've done, and it's also really neat to see the SCCA excited about our track to bring the runoffs back again too.
The evolution never stops. It's affordable, family fun. You can buy a season pass. You can buy a weekend pass. You can actually pick your very specific campsite on the weekend you want to go. RoadAmerica.com is the website to go. John Everett's the man in charge of all things that make things fun. Thanks for being fun with us and hanging out with us for a few minutes.
We've been doing this a long time, Jim, and I tell you what, I always love being the first guy to kick it off the season with you guys and love seeing everybody up there, love seeing people wave at me when I'm on the golf cart. We got a lot of things going on, so again, knock on wood for good weather this season, and we're just really, really excited to get going in 2026.
We are pleased to have you, pleased to be involved. RoadAmerica.com is the website. Find the great people. Sheboygan County is a welcoming city, welcoming area. Elkhart Lake is the destination for the National Park of Speed. RoadAmerica.com is where you want to go. Thanks again, John Everett, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, that was for our TV portion.
Cool.
Now I want to talk about the different kind of foods. There's something in turn 3 that's brewing. The roasted chicken. Are we getting an upgrade here? What's going on? I'm hearing all sorts of things.
It's coming back.
Friends of mine insist you got to get there early to get the roasted chicken or it's going to be gone.
Our good friends at the Scenic in Sheboygan, if you've ever heard of the Scenic, have taken over the concession stand at turn 3, and they've actually are going to have roasted chicken, but also a classic Wisconsin fish fry. If you've ever heard of one of the best fish fries to have in Sheboygan, it's the Scenic. So it's now the Scenic route at Road America, and they're going to have roasted chicken, classic Wisconsin fish fry, all of the traditional stuff, brats, burgers, mac and cheese. Get your golf carts early, wander on over to the Scenic, because I tell you what, I'm going to probably do the roasted chicken for lunch, and I'll probably do the fish fry for dinner.
And I recently was running through Sheboygan. I'm like, you know what? I have time to stop to get something to eat. I went to Parker John's.
Absolutely.
Parker John's has a great, right in the middle of the paddock. The restaurant's amazing, too. If you are in Wisconsin and you see Parker John's anything, stop and eat it, because they have a great offering at Road America, and that's why I went there, because they're part of your deal.
Barbecue, wonderful breakfast burritos, breakfast bowl in the morning, and then also just carry that right on through to pulled pork, some incredible barbecued wings. I tell you, I'm starving already just talking about it. And then the Mother Clucker, which is an incredible chicken sandwich, smoked chicken with bacon, cheese on a ciabatta roll. You got to cut it in half. It's so big. But, I'm going to probably put on about 20 pounds just talking about it right here, because everywhere you go, great clean restroom, great concession stands right nearby.
Corn on the cob with about 17 different kind of flavors to shake on
Love
that thing.
The Elkhart Lake Lions.
Big old coffee can of butter if you want.
Gearbox, pick your butter, pick your salt, pick your spices. Get some good classic Wisconsin roasted corn and cruise on around. And who cares if you get yourself greasy and dirty? There's lots of places to wash your hands and just wipe it in the grass, or maybe wipe it on your kid. I don't know, but it's it's a blast to kind of go up there.
How long have you been involved at Road America? Because it seems like it's been a labor of love, but you've accelerated this whole process, I feel. As it expands, our relationship goes back a long ways. But how many years has it been now, John, where you were directly involved with the marketing and
this is
a lot
going to
of
be
things?
my 14th season, and I tell you what, I was looking at some old pictures. We've done so many incredible improvements in the time that I've been there. It's hard to put a timeline together, from the paddock shop to Victory Lane to the finish line tower to the repaving project to the various other concession stands to all of the restrooms. I mean, some of these places used to be just really diabolical, and now they're clean and beautiful. To the camping areas, to the various trails, all of that kind of stuff. It's so exciting to be able to come here every year, my 14th season, and talk about something new. A new wonderful fan access bridge going over the front straight that we had in last year with golf carts and everything. Wonderful, great places to park. Cliff Tufty did it right in 1955 because they kind of designed it backwards. A lot of venues, you park outside and you walk in. Here, you drive in. And you can drive to your favorite spot, and you can move from one spot to the other. You can walk from one spot to the other. So even though they kind of maybe did it a little differently, they did it right, because now we're so lucky to be able to do all these improvements, have fans really enjoy their favorite viewing locations, move around the property, watch from different viewing areas. You're not dedicated to a seat, and you're getting incredibly great prices to get into an event for a full weekend. That's uncomparable to any other sports event in Wisconsin during the summertime.
And it's done right. I mean, you're moving earth. You're moving rock to get things visible and viewable and access to the fan. Those little gravel trails that used to be just kind of dirt paths that maybe were there because that's where the water ran when it eroded through the weeds and the trees. Now that's a path with a purpose.
Moving rocks, moving trees. Also, a lot of people get concerned about moving trees or taking trees down, but we're repurposing a lot of those trees where we're carving wood sculptures that people can enjoy. Kids like to treat it as a scavenger hunt and try to find all the wood sculptures around the property. There's going to be quite a few more. Additionally, we don't really remove any trees that are healthy. These are usually bad trees or diseased trees or dead trees. But we're also planting more trees for every all the trees that are removed. So we're adding to trees that delineate various parking areas, that help with shade in various viewing areas, that also help with shade in various camping areas. So we're bringing that back, as well as just improving the experience. So, we like to say America's National Park of Speed, because when cars aren't running on track, you truly do feel, and there's nothing better than when the track goes cold at the end of the night, cruising around the campgrounds, meeting new fans, new friends, people passing you beers, people passing you food, and then these are friends for life. And they're friends that come back year after year after year. So you kind of almost have to make it a tradition to sort of roll through the campsites and see everybody. And all the drivers and all the teams love it too. Some of the drivers have their motorhomes in the driver's motorhome parking lot, but they'll get on their scooters, they'll get on their bikes, and they'll cruise down to the campgrounds and have drinks with some of the fans. And it's just incredible when we have our camping themes where people decorate their campsites to win actual prizes or camping and tickets for another event. One year, it was all about IndyCar, and we have pictures of Will Power drinking beers at the Will Power Bar in Turn 4. They had those huge heads like you see in college, basketball games, and they had Will Power, and they had Joseph Newgarden, and you see Will Power sitting next to his huge head at the Will Power Bar in Turn 4. And it's just incredible that the drivers love to get into this too. I don't know any other sport where you can go and rub elbows with the professionals in a casual environment, and the professionals love it just as much as the fans do.
Part of it is the car show. Of what is rolling around the racetrack, in addition to what's on the racetrack. Part of it is actually kind of like trying to cheat. Like, did I just see? Was that just John doing it? The president of IMSA riding by in that car, the golf cart, and who's he with? And I mean, it's kind of fun just to kind of play that game too, where it's just an endless people watching.
Was that a CUDA? Was that an AC Cobra? Was that a classic 1965 Mustang?
I bet you beer. What year was that one?
Ferrari. It's a car show within a race. You have people coming, wiping off all their cars, doing whatever they can to come out there on a nice day. And they're just parking them in the grass with everybody else. And these are it's not really all that organized so much. It's just these people are car enthusiasts. And they come and they park wherever they get a nice green spot to park. And you'll get gawkers and eyeballs and you name it. If you go over to the Corvette Corral, you will see probably every Corvette from 1954 up into the modern era parked there. And these are owners. There are people that love their cars and they love to drive their cars and they love to take care of their cars and they're willing to talk about their cars all day long. That is the same when it comes to the vintage racing. These people love their race cars. They're sort of stewards of these cars. They love caring for them. They love wiping them down, but they also love driving them and racing them. So it's really great when you just, hey, tell me about this car. Where was it from? Oh, it was raced here. It was raced there. It was at the Goodwood Festival. It was raced over in the UK, and then I bought it, and now I'm racing it here. And I'm just...
And the access to the paddock to see these cars and look in the cockpit to see
right
what the registration decal from 1976 at Le Mans. It's like, wait a minute. Where did you run that thing?
Yeah, they have it.
Yeah.
I mean, Mario Andretti's John Player Special that raced in Monaco. Races during some of our vintage events and also is at the WeatherTech Vintage Weekend with Brian Redmond. So, I mean, these are cars where you're just like, wow, I saw some historical photos online or it was part of a documentary and now here is this car right front and center and the owner will tell you about it. And it's still racing today.
John Everett joining us here at Road America. A couple more moments with you. One, because he is here, I was going to ask you about it anyway, but the importance of media and how it plays. I just saw that our friend Dave Calmer, the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, he's here tonight. Hi, Dave. Good to see you. Hanging out in the back. But he just put something on socials. He's going to have a chance to sit down with the racer turned general manager of Road America, Mike Kircher, coming up.
Yep.
He has fans to submit questions.
Yep.
But I want to ask you a question. How important has Dave been in the process as the lead writer with the Gannett and the reach he has and the things you get to do to say, I think this is pretty fun, and if Dave likes it, we know it's going to be really fun.
I have to pinch myself, and I tell myself this a lot after 14 seasons, that the speed limit getting from where I live in Kohler out to the track is 65 miles an hour on Highway 23. Sometimes I catch myself doing 70 or 75 because I'm so excited to go to work. And I'm excited to go to work because I have people like Dave that love to come up to the track and people like Jim that like to help us out too. We are very, very blessed and very, very fortunate to have such a wonderful pool of media here in Milwaukee and a wonderful group of fans from the Wisconsin area and from the upper Midwest that love to come. So it is. It's like a reunion. I get to tell people I get to have a party every 2 weeks and all my friends show up because they truly do. Like when I was driving down here and like dealing with construction and other stuff, and I'm looking at my watch and I'm getting phone calls from these guys and I'm saying, my ETA is 3 minutes because I'm not going to miss the Racing Roundup show, the first episode of the Racing Roundup show. And I wasn't driving on the shoulder and I was behaving myself, but at the same time I made it.
Did you have logos on the car?
I didn't.
Okay, so we can really get away with a lot then.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just the official vehicle of. Yeah,
exactly. It's just something I love to do. I love to hang out with the media. I love to share the stories. There's a story every minute, every second. History is made every single day at Road America, and you guys are the one that get to tell this history and tell these stories and be a part of things. I wish everybody could be behind the scenes the way Dave gets to see it and share it with the people. And I just hope that everybody just gathers up and gets a subscription to the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel so that we can keep doing this for a lot more years and tunes into the Racing Roundup show and keeps coming up to Road America and buying their season passes because we've been around 70-plus years. I think this is 71st season.
Wow, yeah.
And we're hoping to be around for another 70.
Certainly working towards great. This year is going to be awesome. It seems like every year it's like, what else can they do different? Oh, my God, that's better. I like that better. That's different. Wow, I've never seen that before. I need to go the outside the carousel. I blurted that out for no reason.
Yeah.
But I was excited because I didn't get a chance to do that yet. I want to go outside the carousel, and I want to watch the start of a race.
Absolutely, and that's what's incredible is that there's so many different places. It's hard, so you almost have to plan that out ahead of time, especially if photographers, people with smartphones, video, this and that. Plan your day out. Look at the schedule so you can see probably a start or a restart from a different location.
Yep.
If I could tell you have the opportunity to be down on the field at American Family Field or you have the opportunity to be down on the field at Lambeau Field, you'd say, yes, I'm going. You can do that at Road America. You are there, eye level with the racing cars. You're smelling the brakes. You're smelling the race fuel. You're smelling the tires. You're probably seeing the white of the driver's eyes or the rider's eyes as they're going through a turn. That's how close you are to the action. So that's what I tell people is like, get your bearings, cruise around, figure out what you want to do, what you want to see, where you want to go, and then go for it.
And to put an exclamation on that, every pass basically is a paddock pass.
Yep.
You can get in the paddock. Drivers are more than willing to chat with you. There are sessions they plan, whether it be a team or a series, where they can get autographs. It all happens in the paddock. So you can actually kind of like find a way there, get to see some great racing, come back to the paddock to see the racers you just saw race and climb out of their cars and talk to them. It's such a great event and a great experience to be there.
I have to pinch myself a lot because you get a paddock pass, you're in the locker room, so to speak, with the riders and the drivers and everything. And they're right there, and they can come up and take pictures and sign autographs and be a part of it and answer questions. You can also talk to the crew members and the crew chiefs and understand downforce and tires, and they're so excited to participate and be a part of that you can almost talk to everybody and get pictures and get autographs and really learn a lot about the sport. And that's almost every single event that we have.
Find out more at roadamerica.com. How a big hand for John Ever for joining us. John, thanks so much for all you do. I'm pretty fired up. Great to see you again, and thanks for being part of our first show.
I love it. I can't thank you again for being the first one here for, I think it's been almost 14 years, and a longer time for you guys, but thanks again to Dave Coleman, thank you, Jim, and thanks to all your crew and all of these wonderful fans. I love coming down here. I actually might probably stay at Paulie's and grab a little bit of dinner afterwards.
Probably should. It's Taco Tuesday night.
Let the traffic die down a little bit. Yeah.
Full menu.
Yeah.
We're going to come right back with more on this edition of the Racing Roundup Show. We're live here at Paulie's Pub and Eatery. We're going racing this Saturday. It's called the Icebreaker. It's 3 divisions. They all have over 25 entries each. We're going to talk to the stars of the Midwest Truck Series, John Wood, who has put this series together since 2014, and a star returning to the Midwest Truck Series, Blake Brown, who brought his truck with him. So come on down with the kids, bring the camera. We're talking Midwest Truck Series racing this Saturday at Dell's Racetrack Park when we come back here on the Racing Roundup Show. Stay tuned.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about short track racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Get your whole family involved in affordable, competitive kart racing at Millwright Raceway in Dousman, Wisconsin, home of the Badger Kart Club. Walk the pit area, talk to racers, and check out the action from the grandstands. There's a play area for the kids and great food at the concession stand. Spectator admission is free. Badger Kart Club Points Racers and National Touring Series race on the challenging paved road course most Sundays from April through September. Badger Kart Club is well established and well respected. There's 15 classes and over 100 drivers racing every week. From ages 5 to 75, kart racing offers competition for generations of racers of all ages. Bring the kids and check out kart racing for yourself at one of America's finest kart tracks. This is where Alan Kowicki, Danica Patrick, Sam Mayer, and Josh Palicki got their start. Millwright Raceway is just south of I-94 in Dousman, 35 miles west of Milwaukee, and 45 miles east of Madison. For all the latest information, directions, and race schedule, visit BadgerKartClub.com.
Adams Towing offers expert heavy-duty towing services for the entire state of Wisconsin from their Plover headquarters. Since 1961, 3 generations of heavy-duty towing specialists and racing supporters have provided towing, flatbed, and reload service, plus winching and upright, long boom service, truck starting, and cleanup. Adams Towing proudly sponsors Ryan Farrell's Super Late Model team. Put Adams Towing and their experienced team and their fleet of heavy-duty tow trucks and rollbacks to work for you. Call Adams Towing today at 715-344-3836.
427-1000 American Foundation. Cracks and leaks in your basement, have no fears. We've been fixing those things for over 60 years. Trust and dedication, that's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000 American Foundation.
When we decided to get our crack-leaky basement done, I am so glad we called American Foundation. It gave us a sense of confidence, and it gave us our basement back.
And it was the right choice.
Thank you very much. American Foundation Specialist has been fixing basements since 1947. Satisfied customers are the future at American. Call American for huge savings at
427-1000 American Foundation.
Precise Auto and Truck Accessories is your one-stop shop when it comes to adding style and functionality to your vehicles. Owner and late model racer Mike Grunberg has 15 years of experience installing window tinting, cat skin leather, seat heaters, and seat coolers. There's a million accessories available. Ladder racks, trailer hitches, detailing, remote starters, and more. Precise Auto and Truck Accessories in Wisconsin Dells is a WeatherTech Diamond dealer. Bring your vehicle to the trusted guy, Mike Grunberg at Precise Auto and Truck Accessories.
Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show, America's longest-running weekly motorsports program held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd. Now let's get back to our host, the PA voice of the Daytona 500. You've seen him on Flow Racing's coverage of the Snowball Derby and Slinger Nationals, and on Track TV's coverage of the ASA Stars National Tour. Once again, here is Jim Trado.
Welcome back, everybody, to a program that's going to continue every Tuesday all summer long. This is our first show of our 42nd season. We could not do it without the great support of Road America and great sponsors like BMR Electric Carts, who bring us this portion of our program. They're in Random Lake. They're an average of 20 Icon electric and gas golf carts in stock right now at any given time, along with e-bikes and scooters in your choice of colors. BMRE is your dealer for Klotz synthetic lubricants and Wabam products as well. Brad Miller is Wisconsin's only Icon gas and electric cart dealer. Check out their Facebook page, BMR Electric Carts Company. After tonight's show, we have prize giveaways. I mentioned it earlier. We've got some really cool things. We've got some Midwest Truck Series hats and T-shirts and can koozies from Epic Media. We have bottles of Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup. We have gift cards to enjoy the best award-winning barbecue and sauces at LD's Barbecue in East Troy. We have Interstate Batteries LED flashlight keychains. We have items from our friends at Pit Pay. We also have some complete heat treating hoodies. We've got some Blake Brown Racing T-shirts as well, and we've got some we got a lot of cool die-cast and other prizes, some other cool trinkets to award. You just got to be here, and we'll pull numbers after the show, and if your number's called, you can pick a prize. It's that kind of fun we love to do here in front of a live audience now for our 42nd season. Thanks to our friends at Greenfield Gallery on Facebook, where they're always buying racing collections for helping us add to the stash. Right now, we're joined by a couple of guys who'll be really busy. They've been really busy preparing for the season, and it's now here. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup program. We're joined by two guys that will be directly involved in what's happening in the Midwest Truck Series this Saturday at Dells Raceway Park for the Icebreaker weekend and all season long. Some great racing across the state of Wisconsin with the Midwest Truck Series. Let's welcome in John Wood and racer Blake Brown. Guys, welcome to the Racing Roundup show.
It's good to be here. I'm excited to be back.
Johnny, thank you for coming back, and you brought him back full time now. This is cool.
Yeah, I tell you what, when I took over the series in 14, Blake was my first champion. And when I heard that he was coming back this year, I was super happy. So, come back with a great team, Keith Slag Motorsports, and everybody should be worried that Blake is back in the series.
The truck looks amazing, Blake, and I know you raced in the series. It was one of your main goals to win at your grandpa's track, Madison International Speedway. You did that. Your first win came there. Now you have to go back there for the Joe Shear Classic coming up first weekend in May. What's the attitude right now? That truck looks pretty well done, ready to go for Saturday.
Yeah, no, man. I'm just super excited. I'm excited to be back running the series. I think every time I've probably seen John the last 10 years as I've been, down at Grundy running super lates and whatnot, I've complimented him on what he's built this series into. It's just so impressive, the following that they have and the caliber of drivers that are racing in it. So just super excited to be back and get out there.
And, John, the first three races will kind of set the tone, I think, for the season because we revisit a couple places, but you really have to have your act together. This is a traveling series that doesn't visit more than, 2 or 3 times any track throughout the year. Dells Icebreaker is Saturday, April 11th, presented by Club Lamarck. It's a 50-lapper. Sunday, May 3rd, the Joe Shear Classic 36, presented by Bullseye Games. And Memorial Day Monday afternoon is at Golden Sand Speedway in Plover. That's a big traditional Monday afternoon show. That just gives you an idea where these guys get to go play. This is kind of neat. We get to all this starting at Dells Raceway Park, where you'll race again towards the end of the season to finish your championship.
Exactly. I mean, the earlier in the week, granted it's only Tuesday,
yeah.
Earlier in the week, the weekend, weather up to the Dells just looked terrible. Rain, cold, snow, sleet, hail, bad news for any mailman, right? And I don't know what happened. My cousin Jerry Aubie, he don't have a whole lot of hair to pull out anymore, so I think the fact that the weather turned. It's supposed to be beautiful on Friday, even nicer on Saturday, so knock on wood, let's have some good racing this coming weekend.
Practice starts at 11 a.m. already, qualifying at 12:30, racing at 2. There's 3 divisions. It's the NASCAR sanctioned 602 Outlaw Late Models. There are over 30 cars entered for the Alive for 5 Super Late Model class, and you guys are about to announce a big class that people can follow on Midwest Truck Series online. It's an entry list that's coming out that's pretty stacked, I'm guessing.
Yep. We had our early entry list was 40 plus.
Wow.
And which is pretty impressive. And politely, you're always going to have a couple of people that just couldn't quite make it.
Great intentions, waiting on a part, whatever it is.
Yep. So, but we will have, I'm guessing, 34 to 36 to make the A main. It's going to be tough.
And Blake Brown's one of the stars this year, racing every race. So, in terms of now, you have what? How many points do you have? Do you have any points to fall back on? Is there such a thing?
I don't know. I guess I don't know how it works. I saw the provisional list. I think fortunately the truck has we're decently high on the provisional list because they did well last year. But knock on wood, hope we don't need to rely on that.
How did this deal come together for you to come back to the series full time?
Yeah, so it was funny. So been racing down at Grundy for the last 5 years, driving for Jeff and Jim Olson down there. Knew that we were going to be parting ways just for him to focus on his kids racing at the end of last season. I didn't think I was going to be racing anymore after that. Didn't have anything in the works or anything like that. And Chris Purdy, Paulie Schaefer's crew chief, he actually mentioned to me that he's like, hey, you know, I might know somebody who might be looking for a driver for their truck, and I've been interested in getting back to the truck series if an opportunity opened up at some point. So long story short, we just started talking a little bit more, and it's funny, I come to find out that he lives less than 15 minutes away from me, and he keeps the truck probably 2 miles from me.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's just kind of funny how it all worked out, and it's been great working with Keith Slag, and yeah, just really appreciate him giving me the opportunity, and Chris Purdy for, you know, kind of talking to both of us. Keith and I, we didn't know anything about each other, but I think Chris kind of put the bug in each of our ears that, hey, you guys should kind of get together and maybe do something here, so I'm excited.
Is it a brand new truck, brand new to you, something the team's had?
It's new to me. I haven't driven it before, but it's the truck that Keith's had for the last couple of years. Robbie Rux was driving it the last couple of years, so yeah, I think we'll be good. Chris has been working his magic on it, so appreciate all his help behind the scenes and his setup help and whatnot. So I'm excited to get to work with him.
Could be a great season. MidwestTruckSeries.com is the website to go to. More importantly, get to the track and see these trucks in action. We're talking extremely close competition. And John, when it comes to the basis of this series, we're talking about the engines are pretty equal.
Yeah.
The tire situation where you get a chance to race against guys that you know are not going to spend all this money on tires every week to outspend you. You guys have tire limitations as well to make it really affordable and competitive at the same time.
Oh, exactly. I mean, when I started this deal, I knew what the racers needed, and I knew how to save costs. Because unfortunately, my brother and I, we had to save costs our whole career. But the engines, they're a serial number 602 crate engine from GM Performance, and we get them through Gandru Chevrolet up by Green Bay. They're all identical, 100%, and part of our rules provision is if we think somebody might have tweaked something here or there, you know, we have the opportunity, we can pull their engine out and take it up to Wagner Automotive. Wagner Automotive has been a great partner of ours forever, and so they go up there, they dyno them. It's a fair dyno. Everybody goes on the same dyno, and unfortunately, if your engine isn't legal, we keep it. So you're out X amount of dollars.
Yep.
We haven't really, per se, caught anybody yet. So,
but I think that idea that is established. It can happen. You want to play fair, and you're making it fair for everyone, I guess is what I want to say.
Yes.
When it comes to the Midwest Truck Series, we mentioned all these races and all these dates. Is the website the best place to go to, or you guys do more on Facebook? Where can we follow you guys all around?
Website and Facebook. Drew and Beth, they do one awesome job on all the media program and everything. I mean, I could take and go into a nursing home and they'd still be able to run the deal without me. So I'm very proud of them. Plus my tech team, they're the greatest, second to none. I'm going to brag them up because I can, okay? But as far as saving cost, the tire program, as you mentioned, we are on a Hoosier 1070, that's their number. A lot of series have them. Slinger's using them this year. We keep track of every VIN number on every tire sold. And my guys, Phil and Beth, they kind of run the tire program. And if there's a tire that shows up that's not in our books, they might get that tire taken away. They might get points taken away. My guys are really good to work with, but politely, don't mess with them, you know.
Great series. MidwestTruckSeries.com is the website to go to. Find them in action soon. There were schedules on the website as well. Guys, thanks for being on the show.
Oh, thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
it's that was the TV portion. I want to make sure we get all that in because it's important to tell people all about it. You can see that and other elements of our show this Saturday on CW18 Milwaukee. Getting back to that, Blake, because of the 7 different championships you've won in every car you've driven, and the idea of racing and seeing the Midwest Truck Series race where you race at Grundy, they're going back there. When it comes to those kind of touch points, is that another attraction for you, or people asking you about what's up with those truck guys? They have like 30 trucks they show up every time. What's going on here? What are these guys about?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people have seen what they're doing and been interested in it over the years. So I haven't had a whole lot of conversations with a lot of guys, but I've been impressed. I mean, exactly like we've already been talking.
Yeah.
Just the truck counts that they get at all these shows. It reminds me of what some of the big super late series used to be back in the day, that some of it's just so expensive now that you don't always see 30, 40 race cars at big races. And the truck series, they're still doing it, and a lot of that's a testament to the great work that John and his team is doing to keep the cost reasonable so everyone can afford to race, and you have 40 trucks show up. So
yeah, and Drew is able to share some information with me about, we know how good the trucks are going to be this coming Saturday at Dells Raceway Park for the Icebreaker in the afternoon. But there's over 60 trucks that are available to be put on the racetrack, given that you guys know about, that are able to get to the track if they want to run 1, 2, or the full season.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about that is some people have family, they have jobs, they have this or that. They got a truck sitting there in the shop, and it's like, gosh, we would love to race every race, but at least we have an opportunity to come out and race 3, 4, 5, 6 races, and it doesn't hurt them, It keeps them tuned up a little bit and keeps the rust off the guys, and they can still come out and enjoy themselves.
So Friday's a practice day, noon to 5. I'm guessing if you want to be competitive and run the whole season, I'm guessing you're taking a day off of work, right?
Yep.
Heading up there on Friday morning. But Saturday, things again, 11 a.m., gates open, practice goes on, qualifying at 12:30, racing at 2. The qualifying's going to be fun. I think it's single vehicle, right?
Yep.
Everybody goes 3 times around.
Yep.
All 3 divisions.
Yep.
30-some supers, 30-some trucks, 25 or so all late models, it looks like. It's going to be a great day. Mm-hmm. And I told Jerry Obby last week, I said, Jerry, it's going to be sunny. He's like, oh, man, I hope you're right. I said, you've got some good luck going with the Halloween in the fall and the spring race weekend. I remember Rockford used to have a spring opener. I used to call it the Icebreaker, but you had just ice and you couldn't break into the schedule. You had like, we're going to make sure the spring sizzler can be above 24 degrees to go race it, and somehow, some way, I'll be there this Saturday to say, do I need to add one more layer or just take that next layer off because it's too warm outside all of a sudden?
Bring layers.
I'm hoping not to have to use a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
When it comes to your preparation, Blake, and the people you have behind you, you mentioned the team is established. They won with Robbie in the series. There's a great notebook there to go with. You're bringing some people with you. How is this all coming together? Who's all involved with what you have going on?
Yeah, we've just kind of been piecing it together over the last month or two here. So really, Keith he's been doing a lot of work this off season, just getting the truck ready and all of that. Chris Purdy, he took the truck over to his shop a little while back just to kind of go through the base setup and whatnot and kind of make sure everything is what he wants it to be. And then we'll have a couple people helping out in the track and whatnot. Might add spots for me. So. I think it'll be a thin crew, but you know what? I'll say that's another testament of the series that it can be. It's all work, but compared to running big super late races where you show up with 10 guys and sometimes it doesn't feel like enough. Like you can get by with a couple guys in the truck series and still be competitive, so that's part of what makes it fun too.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. When it comes to sponsors, who do you have on that beautiful number 71?
Yep. So Cunis RV, primary sponsor this year. Super excited to have them on board. I think they've got an RV store near every single track that we go to. So perfect place for fans or teams to stop there and get a new camper RV if you want, or just pick up a rental for race weekend and then drop it off at the end. So excited to have them on board. We've got Pro Finish as well. A lot of returning sponsors for me this year, which is cool to have a lot of supporters over the years. So got 5 Star Bodies. They're with me this year. Make sure I don't miss anybody here. Got McCluskey Farms, Club Lamarck, Dave's White Rock Bar, Auto Wash, Olson's, Left-Hander, S&S Construction, and Creek Truck Center. So ton of people backing us up, and it takes every single one of those to get us out there. So can't thank those guys enough for all their support. Again, a lot of them over the years. So it's really fun to bring a lot of these guys back year after year.
And some of those sponsors go deeper than your teams. Club Lamarck, for example, Stan and his guys. Johnny, I know they're sponsoring the race this weekend at the Dalles Raceway Park.
Yep.
They've got a big car show Saturday, April 18th. If you're bopping around, you want to see a bunch of cool race cars in a parking lot, it's at Club Lamarck, Madison's Racing Bar. So it's kind of neat you guys get to be part of all that, too. You got to keep it square now. Keep all the fenders on it at Dalles
Yeah.
so it looks shiny for the next Saturday, right?
Exactly. Yep. Never know how it's going to go, but that's the goal.
John, when it comes to this schedule, it's a labor of love for sure. In the off season, what kind of calls are you getting? What kind of people are fired up? What kind of people like him are coming back to play with some really good veteran drivers?
Well,
teams?
that's a great part about it. I mean, we, like this year, I don't have track of it right now, but we get some people that are coming back in this series. There's a couple of new trucks being built. I mean, I'm happier than heck when I hear that. You know, maybe somebody sold a truck because they're going into the super late or something or whatever. But these trucks are coming back.
Yep.
You know, that's a fun part about it. I mean, there is so much interest. It's almost crazy. And again, it's not just me. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got the ball rolling
Yep.
when I took over, you know, because I knew some things. You know, I knew what it'd take. But and I'll never ever not say it's thanks to all my team members.
Yep.
I mean, couldn't do it by myself. So,
And this Saturday, I mean, we're talking about 3 divisions. We're talking about a pretty tight schedule.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You roll off the truck at 11 a.m. Saturday. You better be there Friday, honestly. But Saturday, you got to go through tech.
Yep.
You got to get everything lined up. You got to be in line. You got to be ready.
Yep.
Practice a couple rounds. Figure whatever you got to figure out for qualifying, and then you're racing pretty much as you're getting done qualifying. There's the national anthem. We're going racing all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And, Jerry Aubie, he's pretty strict on his time rules, which is you have to be.
Yep.
I'm proud of him, how well he runs it. He gets a little excited once in a while. Anybody heard that before? No.
A little bit.
Yeah, but no, it's cooler than heck. But you know, I mean, but all the tracks that we're going to, go online, see all the different tracks that we go to, and then we have an opportunity, what we call our event sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, if you don't mind me rattling them off, I mean, Club Lamarck, they've been behind racing, Stan and the family, I mean, just greatest. One of his business partners, Bullseye Games, they got, you know, machines in the places. And then, you know, couldn't do it without Hogan Farms. I mean, them two brothers, I mean, they're a piece of work. I love them.
Scott and Joe are the biggest race fans I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and then Ken Sports, you know, they're big race sponsors, and all of them guys are just great. I mean, they're sponsoring the Memorial Day race up Plover. And then you know, we got Nick Van racing with us, and he supports the series quite well. We're very happy to have him and his brother Johnny on the deal. But they're sponsoring the Kakana race, Zittner's Auto Service. And then you got the Cleaver boys, Seminary Springs and Nora's. I mean, I have developed such a friendship with all these people, and that's what makes me happy.
Yep.
But hey, I got to do a little PR here. We got a couple of events that are open yet. If you're interested in sponsoring an event, get a hold of Drew or myself. Get on the website.
Your contact information is on the website, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And it's economically pretty inexpensive. You get a lot of kickback out of it. So, hey, feel free to call. So,
and you'll be on the website and everything. They're pushing out socials and the schedules you're publishing, and it's very active. The effort you put forth for anybody who's involved with your series, it's really impressive.
Yeah, my gosh, like I said again, between Drew and Beth, the media output they put out is just awesome.
Yep.
So
can't think enough for being here, guys. I'm really excited. Thanks for bringing the truck down. Blake's going to be racing this Saturday, Dell's Icebreaker, full season with a great team. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys play on Saturday. I can't wait myself to be up there. Make sure if I see you or if I don't see you, or if you see me wearing my Racing RoundUp Show jacket in the grandstands, please say hi. I love being around short track racing, and as busy as my little NASCAR schedule gets or wherever I get to go with ASA Stars, I am going to Dalles Raceway Park this Saturday. It's one of the greatest short tracks. It's going to be a great event, and it's going to be sunny, so bring your sunglasses. and bring your attitude like I have. Man, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go.
Great.
How about a big hand for John Wood, everybody, and Matt, and this guy right here now, Blake Brown. This is amazing to see Blake is back racing with the series.
I appreciate
and if
it.
you want to talk 5-star bodies, you can do that with Blake as well. He works there now.
I got to slip this in here real quick. Just want to say thanks to my wife, Val, for supporting me.
We got her
and letting
in.
me do this.
You got her in.
And my kids, Wheeler and Chesney, let me get out here and have fun. And, again, Keith and Bobby for letting me drive their truck. So
that's awesome.
Can't thank them enough.
You bet. Anytime. Come on back. We'd love to have you on the show again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're coming back with more traditions here. It's our first Tuesday of our 42nd season. 2026 is flying by. We're right here. We're right happening. We're going racing. We're talking about racing as a family. The Dolan family's been part of our racing traditions back to when we were at the Springdale Inn in Waukesha. You may not be old enough to remember that, but I do. We're going to have a bunch of fun with TJ Dolan here in a minute. Bill Holland's also on the way with his In the Groove portion, where we're going to follow up what was the last race of last year at Dells Raceway Park, the season ender for the Alive for 5 series. There was also a race that was very important in the Midwest Truck Series championship run in 2025. That's on the way. Still to come here on the Racing Roundup Show. We're live at Polly's. We'll be right back.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Contact us on our website, racingroundupshow.com. We'll be right back with more of the Upper Midwest and Wisconsin racing scene, NASCAR, and the world of motorsports. Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment is a fully equipped parts, sales, and service dealer of quality mowers, snow throws, trimmers, chainsaws, and more. Olson services what they sell, does warranty service work on big box store mowers, and their expert service technicians are ready to get your equipment running right. Put their stock parts department and friendly, knowledgeable staff to work for you. Visit the racers at Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment today at 14323 West College Avenue, just 1 mile east of Moreland Road in Muskego. Olson'sPower.com. Olson's Power Equipment.
At Automatic Transmission Design, we know your vehicle is important to you. When your transmission needs servicing, take it to the best. ATD in Germantown, Wisconsin. ATD understands how important it is to get your vehicle fixed right the first time. When you take your vehicle to ATD, our ASE trained technicians will run diagnostic tests to pinpoint the exact problem and answer any questions you may have before repairs begin. ATD has been providing high-quality, honest repairs to customers for over 15 years. We service all makes and models using the best parts and equipment available. When you come to ATD, you will get an honest assessment of the problem, simple explanations, experienced technicians, competitive pricing, high-quality parts, and their 100% guarantee. Money is not the goal at ATD. It is the result of fixing the problem and returning the vehicle to you. That is their goal. The next time your vehicle needs quality transmission service, give Charlie a call at 262-251-7777 or visit autotransdesign.com.
Organize like the pros with Hefner Racing Products. Take your trailer and shop to the next level with the best made and widest variety of storage and organizational accessories made right here in Wisconsin. Whatever you race or whatever the sport, Hefner Racing Products will have you dressed for success and ready to get the job done. Shop online now at hrpracing.com.
The Gravely Mower Series at Olson Outdoor Power is raising the bar on performance with smarter controls, longer run times, and more comfort. Add in layaway and financing from Olson's, and there's no lawn you can't conquer. Buy the best from the best. Gravely at Olson's Outdoor Power, Muskego.
Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show, America's longest-running weekly motorsports program held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd. Now let's get back to our host, the PA voice of the Daytona 500. You've seen him on Flow Racing's coverage of the Snowball Derby and Slinger Nationals, and on Track TV's coverage of the ASA Stars National Tour. Once again, here is Jim Trado.
Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. Glad to have you with us here on this Tuesday evening. We're back here next Tuesday at Polly's Pub and Eatery, 81st and Greenfield. They probably have 7 events between now and next Tuesday. They've got shuttles going to concerts, festivals, fairs, every Brewer game, every Bucks home game. They've got it going on. Go to pollyspubsandeatery.com. That website is action-packed, and we're hanging out every Tuesday with you. Live bands every Friday, Saturday, sometimes, most often, twice on Sundays. Find out their schedule. Follow them on socials, pollyspubsandeatery.com. It's also now time to remind you to set your DVRs or watch Milwaukee's only motorsports TV show. It's called The Racing Roundup Show. It's on TV every Saturday. It's 30 minutes of our Tuesday shows. to get a bigger audience, to get more people in the grandstands, to have more fun, telling people about how cool our racing is with Bill Holland's in the group presented by Johnson & Sons Paving, a special treatment that Bill puts on just for the TV show. We have guests on our Tuesday show. We take portions of that and put it on our Saturday show. We have great support from some great sponsors. We want to get more people to the racetrack. We love what we do on Tuesdays, and we can only do it because of the sponsors we have. We can't thank them enough. Our TV show airs every Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. And this year we're going to be, if you're at the bar at 2 a.m. on Saturday night, Sunday morning, you can watch us at 2 a.m. We got another re-air for you. So if you missed it on at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday and you're up maybe feeding the kids or using the restroom, whatever it is, we're on Sundays now at 2 a.m. Saturday night into Sunday morning. Our show airs again. So we got two chances to catch more race fans and more casual fans to come to the racetrack. Hey, next week we're back here at Paulie's. I mentioned that. Dells Raceway Park is where I'll be this Saturday. We have a full report for you with track owner Jerry Aubie joining us. We also have World of Outlaw Racer Bill Baylog will be here in the house, and Greg McCarnes, co-owner of Madison International Speedway, will be with us, as well as big money bracket racer John DiPiazza. So we got a great show for you next Tuesday. Plan on being here if you can't make it here tonight as the show rolls on. In 2 weeks' time, I want to tell you that we are taking our show on the road for the first time this year. April 21st, we're going to be doing our first road show this year, sponsored by Johnson & Sons Paving, presented by Oak Creek Automotive. We're going to be live on Tuesday night, April 21st at the Raceway Bar and Grill and Slinger. It's a full-on Slinger Super Speedway promo night. So if you have a race car, if you know a race car that's ready and you want to display it at Raceway Bar and Grill and Slinger, bring it out. If you want to be on the show and bring your race car, we'd love to have you on. We're going to talk about Slinger Super Speedway with Travis Dassow and his wife Kelsey. We'll be at Raceway Bar and Grill on Tuesday, April 21st. That's 2 weeks from tonight. And if you want to put your car there, we want to know about you. Come in ahead of time. So seek out our Greg Lapine or drop us a direct message on Facebook ASAP, please. Just do that. We'd love to have you there. Want to be part of it. Putting the word out now. Join us in a couple weeks for our first road show of 2026. It's now time to shine the Anderson's Maple Syrup spotlight on a racing family that we wouldn't be at this race venue without them. We wouldn't be at the Springdale without them. We would not probably hold our show in front of a live audience without them. The Dolan family's been such a great part of what we do. And Anderson's is a family with over 95 years of tradition. They're a proud sponsor and supporter of World of Outlaws sprint car racer Bill Baylog and modified pilot Jason Gross. Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup, made right in Cumberland, Wisconsin, is really good on coffee or tea or on vanilla ice cream. You can buy it at your favorite grocer. Shop AndersonsMapleSyrup.com online as well. And please help me welcome this week's Anderson Maple Syrup Racing Spotlight family member, T.J. Dolan. T.J., how are you?
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you for having me.
Our thoughts are with Dad. Teddy's a little new leather tonight.
First one without my dad.
Yeah.
Kind of nervous.
Well, I think you'll get okay.
I think
you'll get over it.
I'll be okay.
Our thoughts are with Teddy. Hope you're feeling better.
He was sick. Yeah, I called him. I said, we're on the show in a couple hours.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't feel good. Okay, well, I can handle it.
I want to celebrate something with you again. And we were talking about it. We almost didn't get back on the show because I could see the excitement in what you were telling me about all things that went together for what you put together as a race in honor of your dad, the Ted Dillon Classic last year. Well, Bam Dirt Kings Tour race that was held in his honor, and it had to be pretty special. Tell us some of the highlights of that great night to have him there with you.
Super successful, probably one of the biggest crowds of the year. Everybody was involved, from my nephew in the flag stand, all the nieces and sisters in Victory Lane. Everybody had a little part in the race with promoting, taking care of customers, and everybody that wanted to come in the race and get a autograph from my dad. We had tables set up, trophies, checks, so it was a really success.
And the race itself, I mean, my goodness.
Came down to the last turn.
Yeah.
And Anvilink led 28 out of 30 laps, and he made more than the winner. And he was so happy and hugged me, and I'm like, wow, this is cool that the second place guy is happier than the first place guy. And Mullins did great. Everybody was awesome. It was just a great night.
And we're coming back. Complete Heat Treating is your business.
Yep.
Very much involved in that event last year.
Mm-hmm.
It is not the Ted Dillon Classic event on August 28th at the Plymouth Dirt Track this year. It's the Complete Heat Treating night.
August 28th, we're doing Dirt Kings again, and we're going to have some special events. I'm not going to do lap money this year. I'm going to do a couple special things for the winner. I want the winner to win more this time.
All right.
So if you can actually win the race, you're going to make some money.
So Dirt Late Models race at Plymouth just, a handful of times, half a dozen times a year.
So Super 6, Greg and Chad.
Yeah, they're here tonight. Yeah.
I'm doing Victory Lane.
Yep.
I'm going to do the Victory Lane ceremony, so I can be involved in that.
For all 6 of them?
Yep.
Awesome.
6 or 7. 7. It's 7 because there's always a rain out.
Okay.
There's always a rain out.
Okay.
So
we got that right. We got it from the source. I got it.
I'm looking right at him.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
That's exciting.
No,
though.
I just like to be involved
Yeah.
still in racing because
Yeah.
we're kind of retired now and we're getting older, and I just like it, be with the fans and the drivers.
It's part of what you do, though.
And I'm
it's
not.
what you always
and
done.
the drivers aren't mad at me now because I'm not spinning them out. I'm not hitting them. I'm not driving over them.
Not beating them.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm actually getting along with them.
But when you roll in, you're not rolling in just with a smile. You are getting money in their pocket. You're finding creative ways
I'm
to get more
trying
people
to.
involved.
I know what it takes to do this. I know what it takes for motors, tires, chassis, all up and down the road. So I'm just trying to help those guys out because I know what it takes. And I did it with the Shark. I did it with myself. I did it with family.
Yep.
And just love dirt racing. I love dirt racing.
TJ, when it comes to going racing, you got to do probably have a real job, right, to get the chance to do this. Tell us more about Complete Heat Treating.
So we're a heat treater. We do a lot of stuff for castings, forgings, any kind of fabrications, stress relieving, sandblasting, powder coating. So yeah, we're involved in all types of metal industry.
So we're April 7th right now on this show. I'm guessing that maybe a couple more racers are thinking they still need their car heat treated before
Call
they
me
put it
up.
back together.
Call me up.
When it comes to getting a hold of you, how do we get a hold of you and know the services you provide?
So you can go to our website, completeheattreating.com, or call me at a certain number I don't want to give on the air.
Yep,
'cause I don't want
that's fine.
girls calling me up.
Right, right.
All
Yep.
the time.
Yep.
So
understand. But the website has a lot of information on there.
Yes, completeheattreating.com.
So when you go to the racetrack now, without a team per se, you're probably looking at how other people are doing it, what you may want to incorporate in what you do. Maybe how Victory Lane's going to look at the at one of the 7 races at
They
Plymouth.
already have the mural made
All
up
right,
and
okay.
everything's set. He
It's all
just
done
showed
already?
me,
Okay.
so yeah,
All right.
it's great. And I can get in there, give him a hat,
Yeah.
shake hands,
Awesome.
give him an extra $100. So just it all adds up. It takes a lot to go up and down the road. I know it. I get it. So I just want to help out.
Yep, and I've watched dirt late model racing at Plymouth, the track that I helped actually announce that from July of '89 through the '91 season. I love their fairgrounds. I love the racetrack. But when it comes to dirt late models racing there, there's something special about it, isn't there?
I'm telling you, this facility is awesome. Everything from walking in the gate to the concession stands. I know John had a great interview, and I can't match it, but I would love to. He's awesome. So everything, just Victory Lane,
Yeah.
the flag man, starters, everything is just so top-notch. And it's a great facility as far as the surface and the racing. It came down to the last turn in my dad's race, and the crowd was on their feet.
Yep.
So I was pretty proud to just have that for my dad to watch and to see the smile on his face while he's still alive. He's 81, so everybody's getting older, and I just wanted him to just experience that, and it made me very happy, and my family.
So that was a one and done then.
It was so good, I don't think I can repeat it. So I don't want to oversaturate it, so I'm just going to go in a different direction. But I would love to have 10 of them, but I don't think I could do better than that.
Yeah.
So it was a last turn, last lap, great, turnout. It was packed.
Yeah.
People were on their feet on the
Yeah.
last turn, so it's great.
A family with passion, no doubt, continuing. 60 years into it? Your dad started probably in his early 20s, late teens. He's 81 now. You went racing. Your brother raced with him. I got the chance one night at Plymouth. I think it was like a Hales Corners reunion night. Frank Smith made the feature. Your dad made the feature against all these good guys. And when they rolled through that chute right in front of the grandstands, there's a chute between the fans and the racetrack. When they rolled, man, the stands were thumping, and it was a bunch of fun. I mean, that experience you got to experience yourself.
You can't explain it.
Yep.
It's like family, Smiths, the Schefflers, all the McGrath, everybody just top notch. Brad Miller, everybody.
You get 7 chances this year to see who's going to roll into complete heat treating Victory Lane at the Plymouth Dirt Track for the Dirt Late Models. They only race there 7 times this year, but the racing is always good on a Saturday night.
I'll be handing you a hat and $100.
How about a hand for TJ Dolan, everybody? TJ, thanks for what you do. Appreciate you coming
Thank
on.
you.
It's a tradition. The first show of the year, we got to have the Dolans on.
Thank you very much.
You betcha. Thank you, TJ. Appreciate it a bunch, man. It's a lot of fun having you on the program, and you can tell the passion is there, and we're looking forward to seeing how that plays out. PlymouthDTR.com is the website for the Plymouth Dirt Track. You can find out more information, and man, I'd love to see how it all plays out. And you get a chance this summer, every Saturday night, and looking forward to having the opportunity to see you maybe at Plymouth on a given Saturday night. Hey, we'd like to thank and recognize some of our season-long sponsors of our 42nd season of the Racing Roundup Show and ask you to support them. They make this show possible. American Foundation Specialists, Johnson & Sons Paving, Olson's Outdoor Power. These are just some of the great people. The return of Slinger Speedway. We'd like to welcome Race Car Components for Gearheads and Beaver Dam as a new sponsor of our show. Autotrans Design, Dells Raceway Park, Source Services, Adams Towing, Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin, and Oak Creek Automotive. They're all part of what we get to do every Tuesday, and they support our Saturday shows as well. So thanks again for being part of our show. We have more to come. We have Bill Holland on the way. We got the Interstate Batteries Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin NASCAR report on the way. We also are talking short track racing. Yeah, there's some short track results, and the World of Outlaws are racing this weekend in Peabody, Missouri, and Farmer City. We'll preview those with you. And we also saw a Logan Julian sighting. He's been racing all over the Southeast already. He's racing this weekend in Peabody. He's hanging out with his dad here tonight at Poly. So lots of fun things to do. Great giveaways after the show as well. You still have time to join the racing crowd. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, racingroundupshow.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
The wait is over. This Saturday afternoon, the 12th Annual Icebreaker 100 presented by Wagner Automotive thunders back to Dells Raceway Park. See the Midwest Best Super Late Model drivers go door to door in the first massive event of the 2026 season, plus the Midwest Truck Series and NASCAR Regional 602 Late Models. Gates open at 11, qualifying 12:30. Green flag drops at 2. Get your tickets online now at DellsRacewayPark.com and save. Dells Raceway Park, Wisconsin's best racing entertainment.
Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 and Lincoln is a great place to watch NASCAR races, Packer games, Brewer games, and to meet up with your friends. Joey and Jim Lynch pride themselves on their friendly hospitality and welcome Racing Roundup listeners to stop in to watch all the races on their 14 TVs and flat screens. Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 and Lincoln has been a longtime supporter of racers, including National Road Racing Motorcycle Champion Dan Belansky. Relax around the big neighborhood bar with 2 pool tables and dartboards surrounded by TVs. Whether you're meeting up before the game, want to watch the races with race fans, or just want to grab a cold one, head to Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 Lincoln and West Dallas.
427-1000 American Foundation.
When your foundation is in need of repair, you need 3 things: an honest opinion, quality work, and fair prices. Call American.
Trust and dedication. That's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000 American Foundation.
Bobby Gutnick and the technicians at Oak Creek Automotive on South 27th Street in Drexel are experts in automotive repair. For 35 years and counting, the Napa Certified Car Care Center at Oak Creek Automotive handles emission testing, tires, and complete auto, truck, and SUV repair. From oil changes to transmission replacement. 414-761-3250 to schedule your free inspection appointment. For all your vehicle repair needs, head to South 27th in Drexel to the experts at Oak Creek Automotive. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show, America's longest-running weekly motorsports program held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd. Now let's get back to our host, the PA voice of the Daytona 500. You've seen him on Flow Racing's coverage of the Snowball Derby and Slinger Nationals, and on Track TV's coverage of the ASA Stars National Tour. Once again, here is Jim Trado.
Welcome back to our program. I'd like to thank our great sponsors and supporters. If you missed a portion of tonight's show, by all means, revisit it. It's on our Facebook page. It's also on our website, racingroundupshow.com. Simply just like our show and follow us along on Facebook. Love to see you. We're trying to get a big number of people following us, so please follow our show so then you'll know and get reminded when we're going to be on every Tuesday. Got a couple of Mondays coming up this year, so go to our schedule page on racingroundupshow.com to find out more information about that as well. We'll let you know, as well as our engineer, Dave Schmalzer, who's being told this for the first time. That's kind of the fun thing we get to do here. It's kind of neat. Yeah, kind of cool. I can see his reaction, but you can't. Hey, if you missed any portion of this show, including our great segment with Blake Brown and John Wood with the Midwest Truck Series, shame on you. You want to watch that? You can see portions of it this Saturday on our TV show. This portion of our broadcast is brought to you by the Midwest Truck Series, which is supported by Wagner Automotive and Pathfinder Chassis. Their first race of the 2026 season is the Icebreaker 50, presented by Club Lamarck this Saturday. It all happens this Saturday, April 11th at Dells Raceway Park. Gates open at 11. qualifying at 12:30, racing at 2. For all the latest news and series information, stay tuned to our show or visit their website, MidwestTruckSeries.com. If you'd like to know more about our show, including our schedule, we'll update it as soon as this show ends at RacingRoundupShow.com. Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin brings us our NASCAR report. I want to thank them for their long time involved. They're back with us once again. It's time to celebrate Interstate Batteries. They're a proud founding sponsor of Joe Gibbs Racing. Visit interstatebatteries.com and find a battery for every need at a dealer near you. They've gone into racing big time. Not only are they sponsoring Christopher Bell and their Cup teams and Ty Gibbs, but they're also now sponsoring the High Limit Racing, the High Limit Sprint Car Series that Kyle Larson and his brother-in-law Brad Sweet put together. It's now called the Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing. And I talked to Christopher Bell at Daytona. I had a fan session with him the Saturday before the Daytona 500 in a suite. We talked about Interstate Batteries, and I said, hey, how cool is this? He said, man, they sponsored my sprint car team. Last year, they sponsored McKenna Haas for her sprint car team. They kind of saw an opportunity to make it a big deal, and they are making it a big deal. There's now fresh merch out there from High Limit, so the green with the lightning bolts and everything else that we saw in Bobby Labonte's car for the year 2000 on forward, it's back. It's still available, and now it's at sprint car racing all over the country. So it's great to see them getting into grassroots racing with the High Limit Racing, now sponsored by Interstate Batteries. We're already 8 weeks into the NASCAR National Series season. I had a blast working with the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour. I got to do that for Flow Racing back during Speed Weeks in February at New Smyrna Speedway. I hung around till that Tuesday when I was supposed to be there to call the ASA Stars National Tour race. That was really cool, a 200-lapper on Tuesday night before I shifted my duties to the PA for the Daytona 500. I've been doing the Daytona 500 PA since 2004, so it's kind of hard to think that it's been that long, but man, I sure love it, and it's a lot of fun. And when we talk about NASCAR, I certainly have a lot of friends in the business and industry, and I guess I've been around a while and doing an okay job to get hired back each year. So really appreciate the opportunities to talk about NASCAR when we get a chance here on the show as well. In the most recent NASCAR Cup Series race, Chase Elliott won the Martinsville Clock. Denny Hamlin dominated that race, but it didn't matter. Chase Elliott had a better setup at the end, pitted first, and got out there and took the lead and couldn't get caught. Big win for Chase Elliott, Hendrick Motorsports at Martinsville. They were off this past weekend. They won't be off again until like 2029. I think they go every weekend between now and then. But this past weekend at Rockingham Speedway, they did get a couple races in. On Friday night, it was the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Caden Honeycutt was chasing down Corey Heim, his teammate. Caden's in Corey's old ride that won the championship last year, but wouldn't you know it, Corey Heim's just really good. Got into some traffic and was able to hold off Caden Honeycutt for the win on Friday night. Ty Majeski was elevated to 8th in the finish after Chandler Smith's truck was DQ'd at the post-race. He finished 4th. Rear heights were an issue on his Ford, so they said, you're out of here. So Ty got moved up to 8th, and it's kind of neat to see the association now. Menards Home Improvement Stores and Ty Majeski are together. Ty's in the bright yellow 88 truck. Matt Crafton retired from full-time racing. It's the same team, Ty told me at the Snowball Derby. He said it's the same team, same everything, different skin, different number, everything else is the same. And Menards is actually sponsoring quite a few of Ty's short track races, which started at the Snowball Derby. He'll be racing, I think, 9 times in a Super Late this year, in a Super Late in Wisconsin alone. So it's going to be neat to see Ty and the boys doing their thing with the Menards colors on. The truck was still getting used to it when I clicked on Saturday's coverage, Friday night's coverage on FS1. Saturday's racing on CW Milwaukee, CW18 Milwaukee. CW is the network for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. They were at Rockingham as well this past Saturday. And that race came down to a young driver by the name of William Swalich winning that one. William did a great job. It's his first win with Joe Gibbs Racing. He was a rookie last year. He's just 19 years of age. I saw him race a bunch in Super Lates. I saw him do really well in what is the NASCAR O'Reilly Series now. That changed from the Xfinity Series to O'Reilly Series in the offseason. He's done well. He did really well in the ARCA Menard Series too. And he had a sticker on his car on Saturday. It was pretty cool. During his time in ARCA, Swalich had longtime crew member Hot Rod Kevin Kerr. And I knew Kevin. I always talked to Hot Rod. We have similar roots and mutual friends from the ASA days, and he actually is hurting right now. Friends of the show and provider of our embroidered shirts and show staffs, Jeannie Fortner's daughter Lisa and Hot Rod were longtime companions, living in North Carolina for years and years and years. Lisa lost her battle with cancer. So the decal on the char was pretty cool to see that William Swalich took her to victory lane on Saturday. And Lisa is going to be remembered this coming Tuesday with a ceremony, a memorial in North Carolina. You can see it online this Tuesday in North Carolina. So keep Jeannie Fortner in your thoughts as well, and her family. Considering other Wisconsin finishers on Saturday, Rhinelanders Parker Kligman finished 8th. And Dave Coleman just did a nice article about Parker in his not Parker Klickman, I'm sorry, Parker Retzloff. I typed it wrong. Retzloff's from Rhinelander. A lot of logging industry folks that are behind his efforts. Well, he's now got the Funkaway car, Viking Motorsports. Dave Coleman just did a really nice profile story on him on JS Online or the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. So give that a read. It's pretty cool to see how he's done, and he proved that he's worthy of racing top 10 now in the series with really a first-year team, a two-car effort now with Anthony Alfredo, his teammate. Slinger resident Josh Blicky finished 36th on Saturday. He's full-time this year. First time since 2021, full-time in NASCAR in any series. He was Cup that year. Now he's back full-time with Bobby Dodders, GSS Greenlight Racing. Finished 36th at Rockingham, and Franklin Sam Mayer was out on lap 1 with engine issues. He's back with Haas factory team, but they've switched to Chevrolet, so there's a lot of things going on there. And his teammate has already won a race, Sheldon Creed, this year, so they're doing pretty good. Defending series champ, Corey Heim, doesn't have a full-time truck series ride, but, man, he is so good in those trucks. He is like a man among boys at certain times. We'll see how he does in his 12 Cup racing opportunities this year. There was an ARCA Menard Series East race at Rockingham as well. That was won by Tristan McKee, the 15-year-old driver out of Virginia that's racing with Richie Waters out of Green Bay. That orange number 5 Superlate we've seen with Johnny Sauter driving it or Stephen Wallace driving it or Jonathan Nee driving around these parts. That car is what Tristan's driving in 30-some Superlate model races this year. Carson Hocevar is involved as well. It's a Spire Motorsports involvement deal. So when you see that orange 5 or Carson Hocevar in a Superlate, that's originally Green Bay, Wisconsin native Richie Waters putting that deal together. And McKee's efforts on Saturday were in the PRG equipment that Butterbean Queen ran last year full-time in ARCA and won the championship in. So nice job by Tristan McKee, his second straight ARCA victory. Next up on the NASCAR calendar is Bristol for the Cup O'Reilly and Truck Series. FS1 will carry the Cup and Truck races. The O'Reilly Series race on Saturday will be live on CW Network at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. 6 NASCAR Cup drivers will participate in a Goodyear tire test at Chicagoland Speedway. Yep, back in Joliet. It's coming up July 3rd through 5th. They're doing a tire test that's going to be open to fans from 1 to 5. No, 3. I'm looking at the time here. I wrote it down. 11 to 3. If you want to go to Joliet and see 6 Cup drivers doing a Goodyear tire test, it's free to the grandstands. Pack a lunch. It's going to be on Tuesday, April 21st. So if you want to head down to Joliet, you're watching the show. We have a lot of people watching from all over the place. The Goodyear tire test is free and open to the fans. 11 to 3 on Tuesday, April 21st with 6 Cup drivers. That's 2 weeks from today at Chicagoland Speedway. Sad note to pass along, Pete Jackson, a longtime Alan Quickie crew member, passed away. He was a master with metal fabrication, including bead rolling the letters. These letters here, this is the shop sign decal, but he actually bead rolled this into Alan Quickie's air cleaner airbox cover. My brother John's got one. It's actually in the NASCAR Hall of Fame on loan. He also beaded this into the top of what is Alan Quickie's famous comb box that he always had in the car on the left side of his driver's seat. So this letter AK has special meaning not only because we contribute to the Quickie Driver Development Program in every way we can to provide them exposure, but more importantly, Pete Jackson bead rolled that thing in a lot of different things, and he was a great master at fabrication. As a matter of fact, when I got invited by Tom Roberts to attend the 2019 NASCAR Hall of Fame induction of Alan Quickie into the NASCAR Hall of Fame, they had the ceremony where there's putting your hands in the cement or your feet in the cement. Well, Alan passed away in '93, so Pete Jackson crafted what was a big old branding iron and Alan's autograph, and they put that in the cement. What a great way to celebrate Alan Quickie. But Pete was the guy behind that, and unfortunately Pete has now passed away. There's a great tribute by Ryan Zeck, who's now involved with the Quickie Driver Development Program, kind of running the day-to-day deal there. He was actually the first recipient of the Quickie Scholarship at UNC Charlotte in the engineering program. But Ryan has a nice write-up about how involved Pete was and still was involved. But unfortunately, he's now passed away, so one of the Underbirds has passed on. This year, just so you know, there is a Wisconsin driver to cheer for in the Quickie Driver Development Program. They announced them a couple weeks ago. One of the Fab 5 Underbirds is Penn Sauter, the 16-year-old out of DeForest. So we'll follow Penn along. I did have a nice conversation. Ryan Zeck called me yesterday to share some ideas about what's coming up on the KDDP program, and I'm looking forward to seeing that, and more good things to come. We'll share with you here on the show, so stay tuned. Congrats to Interstate Batteries again. I'm reading that as well. I got all things written down here in front of me. I'm kind of excited. This is our first show. There is some short track results as well. I want to tell you that Mike Egan and Bonafide Security Solutions has been a great sponsor. They're back again supporting and sponsoring our short track report. I'd like to remind you to see the racers at Team Bonafide for custom-made security doors, program card access, cameras and alarm systems for your home or business, plus on-call locksmiths and much more. It's a lock. Call Bonafide at 262-790-9400 or go online to bonafidesafe.com. They protect what you value. Another sad note to pass along. We begin with the passing of Hales Corner Speedway competitor and friend of the show. The Pride of Tosa, Mark Brunner, passed away last week. There'll be a gathering from 1 to 3 p.m. with a service to follow on Sunday, April 19th at Krause Funeral Home on 124th and National. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family, with everybody affected and hurting by the recent passing of a loved one within our racing community, or folks on the mend, and hopefully our own Bruce Blodgett's watching and listening right now, and we wish Bruce the best in his health recovery as well. Heartland, Wisconsin's Bill Baylog sits 10th in the points in Anderson's Maple Syrup sponsor World of Outlaws Sprint Car. He's now raced in all 11 AMAs and finished the best second at Kennedale Speedway outside of Fort Worth, Texas, back on March 13th. Sheboygan native Scotty Thiel is now a full-time rookie in the World of Outlaws trail with Greg Wheeler Motorsports. He's 16th in points, matching his car number, with the best finish thus far of 11th on night 4 at Volusia. And Oconomo's Logan Julian. He was here tonight. I don't know if he's still here or not, but he walked through. That's awesome. Good to see him here. He's actually getting ready to go race again. He's been racing already, but he's headed to Peebly this weekend, I-55 Speedway in Missouri, 2 weekends. Friday, Saturday night, 2 nights of racing. Friday, Saturday in Peebly, Missouri. The Outlaw Late Models race this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night at nearby Farmer City Raceway in Illinois. So they're going to be racing World of Outlaw Early Models at Farmer City this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Make plans accordingly. Congrats to Oconomo's Harley Johnson of Johnson & Sons Paving for picking up the win in the Bandolero feature at the Las Vegas Bull Ring. That was 2 weeks ago. It was worth the tow to Vegas for the team because they also took along their Pro Late Model, and older brother Jaden Johnson raced to 11th in the Cars Tour West Pro Late Model race that same night. That race was won by Keelan Harvick. Jaden, under the direction of supervision of 4-time Midwest Tour driving champ Casey Johnson, has been busy since I saw him last November racing the All-American 100 at Nashville Fairgrounds. He raced in all 6 nights of the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing, and he also has a chance to, he also raced in the Baby Rattler 125, which is at South Alabama Raceway, the same weekend as Ty Majeski winning the 6th. Yes, Ty Majeski and Toby Noodleman have now won the Rattler 250 Super Late race 6 times. That was back on March 21st. So Jaden raced the 7th in the Baby Rattler. Ty won the Rattler. Again, they put snakes, literally Rattlers, 4 of them in Victory Lane with Ty. Ty didn't have to hold them, I don't think, or if he did, it wasn't long. But they bring live Rattlers to Victory Lane to win the Rattler 250, and they have won now 6 times in one of the premier Southeast short track races. Pretty cool to see that. 2-time ASA Midwest Tour champ Gabe Summers ran down there, finished 6th. Minnesotan Weston Marthaler was 21st, and Nina's Brazen Bennett was credited with 28th. Oak Creek Automotive sponsored driver Jeff Storm guest drove Grant Thormeyer's Super Late, but they missed the setup and did not transfer through the LCQ. I mentioned this. I'll mention it again. This Saturday is the Dells Icebreaker, Dells Raceway Park. They are paying $5,000 to win the 100 lap Alive for 5 Super Late model race. It's presented by Wagner Automotive and Quality Freight Rate, plus the Midwest Truck Series Icebreaker 50s presented by Club Lamarck. And the NASCAR Weekly 602 Outlaw Late Models will kick off their short track season around here. Again, Saturday, gates open 11, qualifying 12:30, racing at 2. Then I'll tease you right now, in about 3 minutes, we're going to have a chance to talk to Bill Holland, and exclusive coverage of the last year, how it came down to the Alive for 5 championship will be part of our featured elements here on this program with Bill Holland in the groove. And we'd like to remind you again to save money in advance by buying tickets for this Saturday's race at DellsRacewayPark.com. Buy them online. The ASA sanctioning body and the streaming platform of Track TV, which I work with and for, changed ownership in the offseason, including the ASA Midwest Tour and ASA Stars National Tour. They're both sponsored by Appalachian Sucker Punch. It's a beer brewed beverage, like a beer, all sorts of cool, great flavors. It's going to be distributed nationwide. They're starting in Virginia, moving into Tennessee. They've got a lot going on. They want to use racing as a platform to get more exposure. So it's good to see Appalachian Sucker Punch and MDM Promotions, the new owners of the series, getting their effort towards promoting it in the Midwest Tour. So it's going to be kind of cool to see how that plays out. The first ASA Appalachian Sucker Punch Midwest Tour presented by 5 Star Bodies race is coming up Sunday, April 26th at Slinger Speedway, the Jerry Priesgen Memorial. We're thankful for the support of Chris Klemko and CK Contractors presenting our Wilmot Raceway coverage. They have a practice coming up on April 25th and 26th. Anybody who's got a dirt car, you want to get your car dialed in or just shaken down or make sure that nothing leaks and the bolts are all tight, head to Wilmot, Saturday and Sunday, April 25th and 26th, the first test session of a dirt track around these parts. And they go racing on May 2nd for their first official night of racing with the Dick Colburn Classic. Congrats to Angie and Greg McCarnes. We'll have Greg on the show next week to talk about the mortgage burning party they did last Saturday with Terry Kunis, and they burned. They had a big old fire pit, and they burned the mortgage. They're officially owners now of Madison International Speedway. We'll talk to them about how they're looking forward to the great season they have ahead, starting with Sunday, May 3rd, and the Joe Shear Classic featuring the Midwest Truck Series and the ASA Midwest Tour. The newest inductees into the Badger Midget Hall of Fame have been revealed. Harlan Kittleson, Bob Walden, Ray Richards, Dave Shannon, Carl Marchese, and Randy Cook all got inducted or will be inducted in a ceremony to come with the Badger Midget Series. So that's kind of cool that they have what is a really cool Hall of Fame already for the National Midgets, but now the Badger Midgets have started their own, and some very deserving candidates, including Dave Shannon, who on the PA, man, his voice could carry decades. I'm telling you, it could go across every field you can imagine. When he cracked the mic and he talked through qualifying, you're like, wow, something important's going on. That guy's got a great voice. Carl Marchese. The Marchese brothers promoted races here at the mile. They were very involved in racing, and Carl Marchese being recognized for his involvement in midget racing is pretty cool to see. He's in a Hall of Fame. And Harlan Kittleson, his orange number 2 cars, man, Harlan's been on a long time, done a lot of great things, and glad to see him getting recognized. He's still out there racing with a bunch of great racers and race drivers, so it's cool to see how that is all shaken out. Okay, I mentioned it was going to be in 3 minutes when we see Bill Howland. We have some really cool messages to share with you, some more sponsors to get to, and then we'll talk to Bill Howland next on the show and preview the Alive for 5 series, previewing the Icebreaker this weekend at Dells Raceway Park with our coverage in the group presented by Johnson & Sons Paving. Stay tuned.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about short track racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Greenfield Gallery wants to buy your racing collection. Do you have die-cast cars from IndyCar, Sprint Car, or short tracks? Greenfield Gallery wants them. If you have old racing programs, racing photos, and negatives, Greenfield Gallery wants those too. Contact Ralph Hibbert Jr. at Greenfield Gallery, who wants to buy your racing collection. Ralph also has an ever-changing eBay store full of racing collectibles. Search Greenfield Gallery. Email Ralph right now to get connected. His email address is ralph@greenfieldgallery.net.
For your next purge or project, go with the pros. Source Services. Champion driver and Wisconsin Short Track Hall of Famer Dan Source founded Source Services in 1988 with 1 truck, 1 employee, and a tireless work ethic. Through the dedicated work of Dan and his employees, Source Services LLC is southeastern Wisconsin's leading waste container rental company. Dropped and picked up by professionals, you can rent a dumpster for up to 60 days. Source Services sorts and recycles to reduce the amount of waste going into landfills. Go with the pros at sourceservices.com.
Eliminate the hassles of planning a trip to the races. Hook up with Boring Bob's escorted NASCAR racing tours. Boring Bob offers transportation, lodging, race tickets, nightlife, shuttle service, and more. Boring Bob knows all the back roads into and out of the racetrack to get you in and out fast. Pick one or pick them all. Go in style to Daytona, Bristol, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and more. He has decades of experience and industry contacts galore. You name the race, let Boring Bob do the rest. Call Boring Bob today to make plans now to go on one of Boring Bob's famous escorted NASCAR racing tours. Boring Bob's always at 414-321-1307. That's 414-321-1307.
The Racing House. From Slinger Speedway to the Nürburgring in Germany, we have professional, state-of-the-art racing simulators that allow you to authentically experience any racetrack in the world in your race car of choice. Our mission here is simple: to bridge the gap between motorsport and accessibility. Book your session online. Visit www.theracinghouse.com. We are open to everybody, whether it's you, friends, family, or colleagues. Come in and race against each other. Welcome to the home of sim racing in Wisconsin, The Racing House.
Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show, America's longest running weekly motorsports program held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd. Now let's get back to our host, the PA voice of the Daytona 500. You've seen him on Flow Racing's coverage of the Snowball Derby and Slinger Nationals, and on Track TV's coverage of the ASA Stars National Tour. Once again, here is Jim Trado.
Thanks for being part of our program. Look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Lots to cover between now and then. I'll see you Saturday at the Icebreaker at Dells Raceway Park. And I want to thank our friends at Schlafer Auto Body. They've got 4 decades and since 1974 doing great auto body repair and work in Landon. Seek out this family of racers. They'll get you done right. They work with all insurance companies, and they're just really good people. Search Schlafer Auto Body on Facebook to get in touch with this family of racers and check out their latest award-winning classic car restoration projects. Also, congratulations to Danny Schlafer, who's racing full-time in the bumper-to-bumper Advanced Auto Parts IR Outlaw Sprint Series this year with his son as his teammate. Cody's going racing this year, and Cody is switching to Grandpa's number 26. So we'll see the number 25 and the number 26 on the racetrack representing Schlafer Auto Body. So it's kind of cool that they did the nod, gave the nod to Grandpa's number 26 after Cody started racing with the 52 opposite of his dad's 25. So it's kind of neat to see that's in formation. Lots of things to do. We end our show generally in September, end of the year, kind of wind things down. A couple more races happen. Well, our own Bill Howland's hanging out with us. And, Bill, there was a big race that happened last fall we want to show people. Tell them about.
Absolutely. The Halloween 100 is the last race in the Alive for 5 series. The first race, the Icebreaker in April, coming up on Saturday. So there's a direct tie-in, and it would not surprise me at all if the drivers racing for the lead in October are the same guys to watch on Saturday.
That's the best tease I can give you. Right now, we're going to go showing you exclusive coverage. Bill Howland's in the group, presented by Johnson & Sons Paving. We got Johnson & Sons Paving involved all year long. They love what we see. They hear a lot of great comments about what we get to do and cover, and thanks to Bill Howland for this coverage. Enjoy what we couldn't show you in September because this race was in October last year, but it leads into this weekend's Icebreaker races at Dells Raceway Park.
Hi, I'm Bill Holland in the groove at Dells Raceway Park, where the Halloween 100, the last big super late model event of the season in Wisconsin, will crown a champion in the Alive for 5 Super Late Model Series. Newly crowned 4-time ASA Midwest Tour champ Casey Johnson leads the point standings in search of his second Alive for 5 championship.
We've let this one slip away a couple times here. I mean, we've won it once, but I mean, we should have won it probably 5 times by now. It always just seems like the last race, something stupid happens. So we're just hoping to have a nice, smooth day and hopefully we can come out here ahead in points.
The 33 super late model entries include Luke Fenhouse, seeking a record-breaking third Alive for 5 title.
These cars will be wide open for 100 laps straight, and you gotta stay on top of it. Can't lose positions on a restart. Got to stay on the restarts and make every ground you can.
16-year-old Ty Fredrickson became the youngest national short track champion ever in his last visit to DRP. He's got a real shot at the Alive for 5 title.
Hopefully tonight we'll have another strong night like we have been, and if we could win the race, that'd be cool. If we could win the championship, that'd be even better.
2-time defending Alive for 5 champ Gabe Summers is out of this year's points chase, but the former Midwest Tour King is a real threat in the 100-lap Halloween feature.
Nothing's better than winning at the Dells, so I think we got a pretty stout car, and hopefully it's all right in the daytime here, and hopefully we got a shot.
In qualifying, it's Lake Geneva's Jordan DeVoy quickest in the 38 car, also carrying the number 14. He's teamed with Iowa racer Cody King in the Tundra Super Late Model Series. Tundra points on the line today.
Significance in number 14 in my childhood, and then this year I teamed up with Cody King for the Tundra Championship, and today we have the opportunity to try to win it. We have to, I think we have to finish ahead of Bobby Kendall or vice versa, and see what happens.
The Midwest Truck Series will also crown a champion at Halloween. Milwaukee's Grant Griesbach won the opener here and sets fast time in qualifying.
Got to just hold our heads high, and it's been an awesome season, and it's time to finish it out.
First racing action of the day, the Super Late Model qualifying heat. And with more than 30 cars in the field, there are plenty of good cars in these races. The first goes to Bangor's Skylar Holzhausen in his return to Dells Raceway Park.
It's been 4 years to the weekend since the last time we were here, so really glad to be back. We love racing here.
Our second qualifier is a battle between 2 southeastern Wisconsin drivers. West Bend's Mitch Haver out front of Slinger's Nick Egan. Haver holding on for the win.
We start deep in the field today, so got a lot of chances to pass a lot of cars, and everyone in the show is a good car, so just doing the best we can and getting up front.
First feature race of the day, the 602 Outlaw Late Models. 3-time Big 8 Series champion John Reynolds Jr. in the 36, and Wales, Wisconsin's Billy Braun in the 5 up front as we get this one underway. It's Reynolds, driver X as he's known, out front, with Nick Schneider second in the black 26 car and Bobby Wilberg right there in the 28. Wilberg owns more than 20 championships in his storied career, and he's got a shot at another here at DRP. Wilberg makes his move to take over the lead. Bobby Wilberg needs to put some distance between himself and point leader Dennis Prunty. And while Wilberg is setting the pace, Prunty, our defending 602 Outlaw champion, is up to third. Big crash going into turn 1. Stephen Schultz in the 45 car hard into the wall, coming down into the infield. Oxford's Rick Bolton also out of the race. Coming to the checkers, it's Bobby Wilberg taking the Outlaw feature win. Dennis Prunty in third wins his second straight season championship.
Win the last one, that's good. I mean, I'm not going to run 6:02 next year, so it's a good feeling to win the last one.
Came into today with 11 points of lead, set fast time. We were up to 18 points in the lead, time for the feature. I knew I had to finish 6th or better if he won. I wanted to win though, but we only got to 3rd. Did what we could.
The Midwest trucks are on the oval for 50 laps. Kevin Canesi in the 33 and Robbie Rux in the 5 leading the way as we're ready to settle the championship battle. Defending champ Brandon Reichenberger in the 3 and point leader Grant Griesbach in the 60, both with some work to do to get to the front. Former Mid-Am Series champ Clay Kurtz won the truck feature at Marshfield earlier this season, and he's taken the lead from Robbie Rux. Brandon Reichenberger also on the move. He's battling Rux for the 2nd spot. Griesbach, who has already won Super Late Model Championships at Slinger and at Wisconsin International Raceway, battling back in the pack. Clay Kurtz, the Moni, Illinois driver, leading, with Reichenberger looking to win both the race and a 2nd straight Truck Series championship. Caution with 3 laps to go. Grant Griesbach's gone around. A tough ending to a spectacular season. Coming to the finish, Clay Kurtz holds on for his 2nd feature win on the year. Brandon Reichenberger takes his 2nd straight Midwest Truck Series title.
It's a lot. It's a lot different than what I'm used to. It's taken the majority of the year to figure them out, but thankfully we got it done here today.
It's something that I'll look back on and just, it's so hard to stay at the top. They say it's harder to stay there than it is sometimes to get there.
Minnesota's Tristan Swanson in the 91 and Wisconsin driver Sean Scheel lead the way as we go green for 100 laps in the Alive for 5 Halloween 100 Super Late Model main event. It's Swanson up front, leading newly crowned Big 8 Series champion Randy Sargent in the Black 11 car. Back in the pack, Bryce Miller, Jordan Thiel, Nick Egan, Alex Hartwig's 901, and Miller goes around. This will bring out the caution. Back to Green Flag Racing, with Swanson, who ran 2nd here in the Icebreaker back in April, setting the pace. Young gun Penn Sauter up to 2nd. 2-time Alive for 5 champ Gabe Summers 3rd in the 15. They get together. Sargent hard on the brakes. Caution again. Jordan DeVoy in the 38 is racing for points in the Tundra Series, and he'll pick up enough to win that series championship. Ryan Farrell now up to 2nd in the 80, with Alive for 5 contenders Casey Johnson, Luke Fenhouse, and Ty Fredrickson right behind. Coming to the finish, Johnson will make his way up to 2nd. After 100 laps, Tristan Swanson takes his first Alive for 5 feature win. Casey Johnson wins his 2nd series championship.
Just a few nights ago to Warren, my fiance, I said, if we win, we can go do way more fun things on our honeymoon because we just get a huge bonus. And so I think I use that a little bit more as a confidence booster. So, it definitely is, it's awesome. And it's just a dream come true to just kick off a week like this.
This is probably some of the best racing I've done in years, and I think that's just because I took it for granted back in the day a little bit. So now that I'm feeling better and I get the opportunities, I don't know if I'm racing harder or what, but definitely giving her.
When championships are on the line, the intensity on the racetrack picks up. That's certainly the case at Halloween. I'm Bill Holland. Thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone who makes our program possible. We'll see you next time we go in the groove on the Racing Roundup Show.
And thanks to our friends. Thanks to Bill Holland. Great job, Bill. I was there that day. He took me right back, man. Like I was watching it again, in person, live. It was awesome. And all the drivers you talked to before they climbed in their super lights will be racing this Saturday. There is a big change, though. The 602 Outlaw late models, there are 25 cars on the entry list. Bobby Wilberg, Dennis Prunty, I don't think are on that list. So there's a new chance for someone to emerge to race for the big checks. So it's a lot of the updates. One other update, Tristan Swanson, man, he was fast that night. Holy cow.
He really was. He had a lot of success in the Midwest Truck Series, winning a championship his rookie year, and did really well in legend cars. His super late career, he's been plagued with engine issues, mechanical problems. He has not been able to get on the track as much as he would have liked. But he's won in the Tundra Series at DRP and winning Halloween. Alive for 5 wins a big deal.
Yeah, and he won his way into Dan Fredrickson's family. He married his daughter. So that was something that already happened too. I saw Tristan actually helping in Florida with his brother-in-law, Ty Fredrickson, racing. So it's cool to see that continues. But man, you give him the chance. Tristan ran for a full season in the Midwest Tour a couple years ago. Give him the chance. He's been pretty good in the super lates. And this weekend's another big race. This Saturday is the Icebreaker. And Bill, I can't tell you how excited we are to have you back with our coverage this season. We're talking about different racetracks. We're talking about dirt racing. We got a lot of things you can pick from, right?
There's a lot going on. We're so blessed to have the racing that we have up here in Wisconsin. I'm not going to jump on a soapbox, but for people who talk about how it's not what it used to be, well, maybe not. But what we got is pretty good.
Yeah, we got 32 super lates or more registered for this Saturday. We've got upwards of 40 trucks that may roll in the pits on Friday for practice and racing on Saturday. That says a lot about how people are ready to fire up and go racing this year. And that's just the start of the weekend. Grundy's got a big race April 18th. Then we got the Slinger opener with the Midwest Tour on April 26th. And got a lot of racing to cover on the dirt side as well when things get rolling here. And we cover all of it here on the Racing Roundup Show. And Bill's a big part of it. So, Bill, thanks again for your contributions.
I appreciate the opportunity. It's been a great ride.
Absolutely. We want to thank everybody for being part of our first show. We have an opportunity to bring you a show every Tuesday. Thanks to our great sponsors. You can find them on our website, racingroundupshow.com. I want to thank our guests, Blake Brown and John Wood from Midwest Truck Series. I want to thank John Everett for joining us here on the program. TJ Dillon, you can't just help but get excited when you talk to TJ about all the great things he's involved in with complete heat treating as well. It's great to be part of a program, and we want to have you part of our show. If you have a guest in mind, or if you're a racer that wants to come on the show or bring your car down and display it, I'd like to remind you our first road show is Tuesday, April 21st at Raceway Bar and Grill in Slinger. If you want to be part of that show, hit us a direct message on Facebook or find our Greg Lapine. Please be part of that program. Next week, our show is full. We're hoping to see another full crowd next Tuesday night here at Polly's Pub and Eatery. We've got a great crew once again putting the show together for our 42nd season. Thanks to all of them for being part of it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this. We'll see you this Saturday on the CW18 TV show at 11:30 in the morning, and next Tuesday live here at Polly's Pub and Eatery for another great edition of the Racing Roundup Show. Until then, set your DVR, support your local racing, and have at it, racers.
Wisconsin racing fans, we hope you enjoyed our show. Watch Milwaukee's only motorsports TV show this Saturday morning at 11:30 on CW18 Milwaukee and live online at CW18Milwaukee.com. We are delivering fresh content every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. Plan now to join the racing crowd next Tuesday and win prizes. Visit RacingRoundupShow.com for our latest show schedule and to watch our shows on demand. Like the Racing Roundup Show on Facebook. Follow and interact with us on X and Instagram at Racing Roundup. Until next time, race fans, on behalf of the entire crew, this is Dean Strom reminding you to support your local racetrack, set your DVRs, have at it, racers.